Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, going to be talking through a couple of my favorite plays on Prizepicks for today's slate for Tuesday, March the 29th. Just a 5-game slate for tonight, but there are some props I do like kind of at first look for today. We're going to have 4 props that we do share in this video. Before we kind of talk through the props I like for today, we can recap yesterday, and man, yesterday was just so unfortunate. We gave out 4 picks yesterday. Sadly, we went 1-3 on the 4 picks we gave out. But God, they were just like, they were all so close. We needed 7 assists from Tyus Jones. He had 6 assists halfway through the third quarter, and then he never plays in the fourth quarter because it's a blowout. We needed 37 fantasy points from Jordan Poole, and I think he finished with like 33 and a half. He played like 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, and then he subbed out because of blowout. So very confident that if the game would have stayed close between the Warriors and Grizzlies last night, we would have gotten 7 assists from Tyus Jones. We would have gotten 37 fantasy points from Jordan Poole. And then Vooch, he finished 1 point short of his points prop. We needed 17 points from Vooch, and he finished with 16. So it was just unfortunate, man. A lot of close calls yesterday. Sadly, though, we went 1-3, so it wasn't a good day yesterday. But I got 4 props I'm going to share in this video, and hopefully we can bounce back today, go 4-0. We're going to talk through each one of these plays, kind of share why I like them. In the end, guys, as I always say this, it's your choice how you want to play these props. If you want to do a 4-pick with these 4 plays, you can obviously do that. I would just recommend that you probably want to play lighter on those. But I think the smartest way to play is probably to take 2 of the picks, do a 2-pick, and then the other 2 picks, do a 2-pick with those. Kind of mix and match them. My goal is to get all the picks right. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get all the picks right every single day. It just doesn't work like that. But that's my goal, and hopefully, whichever way you play the picks, you will win your entry. That's the goal. But we'll talk through these plays, kind of share why I like them. Before we do, though, make sure to hit that like button down below, guys. Always do appreciate the likes. If you're new to the channel and you have not yet, hit that subscribe button as well. I do upload these Prizepicks videos Monday through Friday. I'm trying to get them up, as much as I can for you guys. I appreciate all the support. We have seen a lot of new faces on the channel. We've been growing in subscribers since I started making these Prizepicks videos. So thank you to everyone who has, hit that subscribe button. And if you are new to Prizepicks and you want to check them out, you can sign up with my promo code NOAH. That will give you a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Again, Prizepicks, it's a player prop based site. So if you bet player props on a sports book, or maybe you play on a different site and you want to give Prizepicks a try, again, you can sign up with my promo code and get that deposit bonus when you do sign up. But let's talk through the 4 plays that I like for today. We got 2 points, rebounds, assists plays I like, and then we have 2 points props I like. So starting off in the PRA category, we're going to hit off at the top with Kristaps Porzingis over 34.5 points, rebounds, assists. If you look over his last 5 games, this is a prop that has been hitting pretty consistently. Porzingis has gone over his prop in 4 out of his last 5. Looking at last 5 games is something that I think's a little important, but I definitely do not base all my decisions off the last 5 games. If you just blindly base all your picks off the last 5 games, you're just going to be a losing player in the long run. You can't just blindly just tail whatever the last 5 games says. But it is worth noting that Porzingis has seen more minutes lately, and his minutes have gotten up to over 30 minutes. He's played over 32 minutes now in 3 out of his last 4 games, or he's played at least 30 minutes in 4 straight games. And obviously he's gone over his PRA in 3 of those 4 games. Even the game against the Lakers, he didn't play full minutes. He almost went over his PRA in that game, or I think he actually did go over his PRA, just barely. So when we're getting 30, 32 minutes from Porzingis with his usage that he's got with the Wizards this season, he can easily get us 35 points, rebounds, and assists. I mean, you can take a look at this season. He's played 303 minutes with the Wizards. He's got a 32% usage rate. He leads the team in usage. Obviously, Kyle Kuzma's out right now, so I could take Kyle Kuzma off the floor, and the usage would probably look even better for Porzingis. So let me take Kyle Kuzma off the floor. Where's he at? Take him off. 32% usage rate for Porzingis on the season with the Wizards. When you take Kuzma off the floor, his usage goes up to 33.2%. He's averaging 29 points per 36. 9 rebounds and assists have been pretty solid for Porzingis. 4.5 assists per 36. So his per 36 stats without Kuzma on the floor, basically he's averaging over 41, 42 points, rebounds, assists. Is Porzingis going to play 36 minutes today? Probably not, but I think he does get 31, 32. I like the matchup against the Bulls. The Bulls have never been great defending bigs. Vooch has never been a great defender. The Bulls allow a lot of points in the paint. They're not a great rebounding team either. We kind of saw Mitchell Robinson have a big game against them yesterday. He's got a lot of points in the paint. He was able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. I wouldn't be surprised if Porzingis has a similar game today. His assists have been up lately, so he's been kind of contributing in all categories. He's been rebounding a ton as well. He's now gotten at least 9 rebounds in 4 straight games. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Porzingis get 23, 24 points, 9, 10 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, pretty easily go over his PRA. So I'm going to take PRA. I think a lot of Porzingis' props look good, though. This is a guy that I'm pretty high on for today. I think he's just a solid play in general. I was looking at over 3 assists. His assists, like I said, have been way up. He's gotten at least 3 assists in 5 straight games. You could take that. You could take rebounds. He's gotten at least 9 rebounds in 4 straight games. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to combine all of his props into one. So I'm going to take over 34.5 PRA for Porzingis. That's one prop I like. And then the second one is another PRA prop. I know this player can be frustrating to roster. He can be frustrating to bet on. But without LeBron and without Anthony Davis, both are doubtful for today. Really liking the over 33.5 points, rebounds, assists for Russell Westbrook. So you can take a look at his last 5 games, and especially the last game against Philly. That was when LeBron was out, and obviously Anthony Davis was out there as well. Westbrook had 41 points, rebounds, assists in that game. But even in some of these games with LeBron, he's been going over his PRA projection. And this season, when you take LeBron and Anthony Davis off the floor, Westbrook's played 570 minutes with those guys off the floor. As you would expect, very high usage rate. He leads the team in usage, 33.9%. He's averaging 48 fantasy points per 36. His per 36 stats, points, rebounds, assists, 25.5 points, 7 assists, over 8.5 rebounds. So you do the math right there. I mean, that's 41, 42 points, rebounds, assists per 36 for Russell Westbrook. And I would expect him to play around 36 minutes. I can pull up his game log over his last 5 games. I know his minutes have kind of been up and down this season. There have been some games where Westbrook doesn't close, doesn't play in the fourth quarter, but you would have to think without LeBron, they're going to need someone out there that can facilitate, that can kind of run the offense, and obviously Westbrook should do that. Last time they were without LeBron, Westbrook played 33 minutes. Obviously, he went over his PRA. He's played at least 32 minutes now in 7 or 8 straight games. The Phoenix game, he didn't play over 30 minutes, but that was a blowout. I'd expect 30-plus minutes from Westbrook here. I don't love the matchup by any means. Dallas has been a really good defensive team this year. I think this game does carry a little bit of blowout risk, but if the game can stay close, you would have to think Westbrook's probably going over his PRA. He's been consistently going over it with LeBron. Now you take LeBron out, and that's just going to lead to even more opportunity for Westbrook, more usage. His assist numbers should be really high. He's just going to have the ball in his hands a ton. Really like Westbrook's props today. This is another guy that I think you could take points prop. You could maybe take assists. Like last time LeBron was out, he had 8 assists. I think he went over his rebound prop as well. Yeah, he had 8, or had 9 rebounds. So I really like all of Westbrook's prop. Even his fantasy point projection I thought was a little bit too low. Only reason I didn't take fantasy points just because Westbrook does turn the ball over a lot. And on Prizepicks with their fantasy scoring, if you get a guy that has 6, 7, 8 turnovers, which Westbrook, he can have those games where he does get those turnovers, that's a lot of points you're going to lose out on because you lose a point for every turnover. So if Westbrook has 8 turnovers, you're going to lose 8 points for that. Whereas on, with PRA, you're not really getting punished for those turnovers. And I would think if Westbrook hits his PRA, probably hits his fantasy point projection too. But again, for the sake of this video, we're going to take over 33.5 points, rebounds, assists for Russell Westbrook. So 2 PRA props I like for today, and then 2 points props. We're going to go down to the same game. Another game that carries a little bit of blowout risk, but I think if this game does stay close, we're going to see a couple guys hit their overs in this one. And one that I like is 24.5 points for Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie, he's been kind of inconsistent lately. He has gone under this prop in 3 out of his last 5. But the 2 games that he did go over 24.5 points, he obviously crushed. He had that 60-point game against Orlando, and then he had 43 points the game after that against Memphis. Last 2 games have not been great for Kyrie. Tougher matchup against Miami. Didn't get there. Was very surprised to see him do as bad as he did last game against Charlotte, especially with how good of a matchup that was, with how many points the Nets scored in that game. Kyrie only scored 16 points, but I think 24.5 is probably a little bit too low for Kyrie. I think most games, Kyrie and KD should have similar points projections, and I think just because Kyrie's had a couple of bad games, now he's getting his projection decreased for just a couple of bad games. This is a time when I really like to buy in on a guy. After they're coming off a few bad games and their points prop goes down off of what it normally is, that's when I like to hop in and take the over. Obviously, the matchup here against Detroit is one that we're not scared of at all. Detroit's defense is obviously not good. Only concern I have here is that this game does have blowout risk. Brooklyn could beat the crap out of Detroit today, and I wouldn't be surprised. But Detroit is playing, or actually I thought Detroit was at home, but Brooklyn's actually at home here. I know the game does have a 12 or 13.5 point spread. That's my one concern, but man, when you look at the usage for Kyrie this season, it's going to be him and KD just dominating the usage. Literally everyone on the team outside of KD and Kyrie has less than like a 24% usage rate. The next highest usage rate on the team is Cam Thomas at 24%. And Cam Thomas, he hasn't really been getting many minutes lately anyway. So you're going to look at, big time usage for both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They will stagger those guys as well. So like Kyrie, he'll get some time on the floor when KD is not on the floor. And obviously Kyrie should be really productive in those minutes. I want to look at his shot attempts lately, see if I know he's still been taking like a lot of shots. So like last game against Charlotte, just had a terrible shooting game. He shot 6 for 22. The game against Miami, he only took 11 shots, which is very unlike of him. But like the Memphis game, 27 shot attempts. The Orlando game, he took 31 shots. Against Philly, he took 17 shots and only played 30 minutes because it was a blowout. I'm thinking that if we get full minutes from Kyrie Irving, 36, 37 minutes, he's probably going to take almost 20 shots. He's a very good scorer. He's a very efficient shooter. As long as he has a mediocre shooting game, an average shooting game, he probably goes over this 25 points or gets us 25 points and goes over his prop. He would have hit his prop last game if he just could have shot the ball better. He shot the ball 27% from the field and 11% from three. Just couldn't make a shot. So I'm liking the over 24.5 points for Kyrie Irving. Third prop that I like for today, and then the fourth prop going down on the other side of this game. Going to take over 16.5 points for Marvin Bagley. So Marvin Bagley has been benefiting lately without Jeremy Grant. He has started, I believe, the last 2 games without Jeremy Grant, and he's been scoring a ton, 25 and 27 points. The minutes have also been really good for Marvin Bagley. And one thing worth noting is that Detroit, they don't really have anything to play for. Obviously they're not going to make the playoffs. They're basically they have one of the worst records in the league. But they're still playing their starters pretty big minutes every game. We're seeing a lot of teams like the Rockets, some of the Thunder, like these are teams that aren't playing their starters huge minutes right now. Specifically the Rockets. The Rockets are really spreading out the minutes, or at least they have been. But the Pistons, they've been playing their starters big minutes, back-to-back games now. For Marvin Bagley, he's played 35 minutes, and obviously he's been scoring a ton, 25 and 27 points. The shot attempts have also been there. He's taken 16 and 14 shots the last 2 games. Even the game against Atlanta, he played 28 minutes off the bench, I believe, that game, and he took 13 shots. So he's going to shoot the ball when he's out there. He's a good offensive player. I think 17 points is definitely in play here for Marvin Bagley. With the minutes being there right now, without Jeremy Grant, he's going to start. He's going to play 30-plus minutes. Brooklyn, a defensive team that I'm not too worried about. I'm not sure who's going to guard Bagley here. It might be Kevin Durant. I don't think that's like the best matchup for Bagley, but Bagley's a good offensive player. He can score around the rim. He's an athletic big. And again, you can take a look at his usage this season. He's been towards the top of the team in terms of usage, right behind Cade Cunningham. Obviously, Cade leads the team in usage, but second on the team in usage is Marvin Bagley. Him and Sadiq Bey actually have pretty identical usage rates. But look at his per 36 stats. Marvin Bagley averaging close to 23 points per 36. And again, back-to-back games now with 35 minutes. So I'm guessing we get like 34, 35, 36 minutes from Bagley here if the game stays close. With how good of an offensive player he is, with how many minutes he's playing right now, feel pretty good he can score. Feel pretty confident he can score 17 points for us. If the minutes are there and if this game stays close. So I do like going over 16.5 points for Marvin Bagley. Fourth and final prop that I'm going to share in this video. So these are 4 picks I do like for today, guys. Again, you can choose how you want to play these. If you want to do a 4 pick, that is totally fine. I would just recommend that you probably play lighter on those. I think the smartest way to do it is probably to take 2 of the picks and do a 2 pick with those 2, and then take the other 2 picks and do a 2 pick with those. Again, my goal is to get all the picks right. Are we going to get all the picks right? Well, that's to be determined, but that is my goal, and I do always feel confident about the plays I'm putting out there. I put my own money on these plays every single day, so I'm obviously going to be confident in what I'm putting out there for you guys. So you can choose how you want to tail these. I do wish you the best of luck, though, if you are tailing. And again, guys, if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button as well if you are new here. If you want to sign up for Prizepicks, you can use my promo code NOAH. Get your deposit bonus when you do sign up, and tail the plays I give in this video. Make some plays for yourself. Just make sure you use that promo code when you sign up for Prizepicks. But best of luck tonight, guys. Appreciate you watching the video. I hope you did enjoy, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.